Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons.
Yeah. You know. You know. I smoke up all that grass so I can see the snakes in my lawn. And when they get close to me, know that I'ma cut their heads off. Whenever we got problems, we just how those problems get solved. Just break it down and roll it up and watch your issues dissolve. Don't forget about what happened by the time it's getting strong. And if your hands are sticky, hit the neck and wipe them off. But you smoking on, just so you know we smoking on.
Let's figure that shit out. Alright, man, we back. Had to recuperate from all the whack shit we've been talking about. What was the last thing we talked about? It was Kanye.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. That shit took a week worth of life out of me.
I don't know.
Anyway.
This nigga Kanye is whack.
Let's get into it. AdamandEve.com. AdamandEve.com. First of all, thank you for everybody shopping with us at AdamandEve.com. Well, you shopping with them. Mm-hmm. You're doing it through us. Mm-hmm. Thank you anyway. Thank you. It's been a good start to the venture. All right. Second of all, let's get to the promo. Promo code RRPOD. Man, explain to them what's going on.
Foremost, you get 50% off almost everything on the website. Mm-hmm. You get 3 bonus sexy items and 6 free movies. And also, you get discreet free shipping with any of your orders so nobody knows what you ordered. And
nobody gonna be
maintain your privacy.
Business.
Yeah.
Nobody.
And I believe people should mind their business anyway.
You should be able to do what you want to do.
Exactly.
All right. So, this is the question that you have to ask yourself whenever we tell you this. Mm-hmm. You have to say, do I, me, the person that's a potential customer for AdamandEve.com, wants better sex? Do I want it? Mm-hmm. Who doesn't want it?
Right.
Even if it's good, it could be better.
Right.
Come here to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
Use the promo code RRPOD on AdamandEve.com.
And again, that's 50% off of one item and 10 free gifts. 10 free gifts.
And the best free thing of all, free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So if you order 10 pounds worth of bedroom activity items,
and it's all gonna be discreet. Mm-hmm. All discreet. No matter what you buy.
You will not be paying $50 shipping and handling if you use the promo code RRPOD. It's gonna be brought to your door by whoever is delivering your parcels at the time, left there, and then you can do whatever you do at night with you, your man, your woman, or yourself. Anyway, AdamandEve.com, promo code RRPOD. Come shop with us now. Today, though, with the podcast itself, we have to follow up on 2 things. One thing that we following up on is going to be the thing that we talked about last time. Mm-hmm. And if you were mad at it last time, you're going to be even more mad now. I don't care. And the other thing is we have to follow up on the Euphoria review. So the last time we talked about Euphoria, it was up until season 2, episode 2. That's where the show had left off when we talked about it. So we made it known that there was a review in progress and all that good shit. And now the second season is completed. And I just need to ask you a question. What am I missing? Because this show fucking sucks to me. What am I missing? It got worse.
I don't know. And that's kind of the thing. I don't know. Because I thought the show was pretty good, even down to acting, you know, what was going on, especially in the finale. Being that we actually got to see Lexi's play unfold.
Well, that part I'll get to in a second. Mm-hmm. Okay.
But, I mean, overall, it's not the show to me that, you know, kind of makes me upset. It's more or less most characters in the show that they're kind of annoying. One being Nate Jacobs. That character is just annoying because he can get away with shit, and they try to portray him as some brilliant, fucking almost criminal mastermind, and in real life it wouldn't work that way. And his character to me seems the most unrealistic.
Right.
And I could see maybe if his character, and don't get me wrong, I don't know how to screenwrite. If this was up to me, I would probably fucking fuck it all up. But you really gotta look at these characters and go, is this, especially if the show is based to be a little, realistic, like, how would this really work? How would this really play out? And I feel like his character is just, I don't want to say written poorly, but it's just not a good character.
And remember what we said last time when we talked about his character in particular with this specific character trait? Mm-hmm. Is that none of this shit would have ever worked because he would have been fucked from the beginning, because it was a million cell phones at the party where his bullshit started at when he accused the other guy of rape, the Tyler dude.
And that probably would have been the first thing.
So, if he would, like, none of that. Anyway, yeah, I'll say this nigga's character is written poorly, and that's that. The way the people who act in the show portray the characters is not the issue with me. Mm-hmm. Like, they all do a pretty good job acting. Mm-hmm. It's the fucking shit that they're acting out that's fucking stupid. It's like it's like a Jerry Springer episode with a fucking budget. Mm-hmm. That's what this is. It all seemed like to me like the number one thing is what you already mentioned, the Nate Jacobs shit. Mm-hmm. Another thing is, bro, I maybe I wasn't paying enough attention, mm-hmm. and I can completely own up to the fact that I probably wasn't, mm-hmm. because I was out of it when I was watching this shit. But how the fuck did Rue get out of squandering $20,000 worth of pills? Like, how did that happen?
That's another thing. And I don't know if they're just saving material for the next season, but a lot of things go. Let me go back. It's a lot of patches. With that being the biggest one, because it was just like they had M16s in their faces, making them strip down. Mm-hmm. Like,
you talking about the first meeting?
Yeah, but making them strip, and now all of a sudden she gave her a bag of drugs, $20,000 worth of drugs, and now you run away from her crib too after she done kept you locked up.
But she was helping her get over the withdrawals.
Yeah.
But
I don't think she just gonna let that shit slide.
But
not to mention you heard nothing else about her.
That's the thing. Like, maybe they, like you said, maybe they leaving it. But I was like, because what made me ask that question is that after that shit happened, Rue acted like she was all good after that.
Yeah.
She was around apologizing to niggas and fucking forgiving other people who she felt wronged her. And she was just flat out saying what y'all did, which was telling my moms that I was still getting high. And, which in turn is the reason why the drugs that she was supposed to sell got flushed down the toilet. Like, what y'all did saved my life? Unless the jewelry that she broke in that house and stole was enough to cover the expenses, but the lady said this ain't no pawn shop. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. Like, but how, bruh, that's not happening, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna start even talking like that in real life shit. Okay?
Because that was kind of sullied a long time ago for me, like the realistic stuff.
Mm-hmm. But I'm just talking about even in other movies and shows. If you fuck up the package, the connect is coming for you, bro. And like not if you fuck up the package. If you don't have the money, they don't care if you fuck up the package. If you deliver the cash back and buy more, that's all they care about. So if you fuck up the package, but you go to the bank and remortgage your house to get that money, and you deliver it to the supplier, they don't care. But Rue didn't give the lady shit, but like some bracelets, some ankle bracelets and shit. So I mean, did they just not?
Or did they forget?
Did they just drop that plot point?
Forget? Oh, I forgot.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know, but I will say with all of the patches and all that, even in this show, the show is still good, in my opinion. It's still good as far as, even with the characters I don't like, I feel like this show is still a great show. But, I mean, to each his own. I can see why you really ain't. I can see, especially with some of the shows that have been great that I've seen. Going back, I wouldn't put this show on the same level as like a Ozark or Breaking Bad, or even a show that I'm not even quite finished with yet, being the Outsider.
Bro, The Outsider is fucking fire.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not even done with it yet, but that show, it shows like that are way better than this one. But I do think this is still a good show. And I mean, I'll still watch it. Even when the new season come out, I'll tune into it every Sunday, you know? But it is a lot of things that needs to be, for lack of better terms, outed.
And the crazy part about Ozark, bruh, is that it's just a fucking Breaking Bad knockoff, and it's still better than this shit. Mm-hmm. Like Ozark follow almost the exact same plot structure as Breaking Bad, bruh. Like,
as far as the nigga having a job,
a straight man ending up in a predicament where he is forced to sell drugs. Mm-hmm. Like, literally, like, Walter White just felt like he was forced to do it. And fucking Marty Bird was literally forced to do it. Like, or else he was finna have his brains all over the concrete in Ozark. I haven't even watched season 4 yet.
I have. It's pretty good.
To catch up on that,
but it was good. I like Euphoria.
My fucking case done broke. Son of a bitch.
He broke it?
I don't know what the fuck happened. It just, look at this.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. I should have bought 2 cases. Anyway, to continue, let me not be negative the whole time. The one episodes that I liked, and there's still the storyline was hog shit, but the way it was made was the ones with the play. Mm-hmm. I like how they told the story of the play. Since the story of the play was basically her just basing everything on stuff that really happened, they interchanged the scenes with the real version of the characters and the play version of the characters.
I like that too. I thought that was really cool. What I didn't like about that is Cassie.
Cassie is a fucking. This is, bruh. This is what I'm talking about with this shit that's written. How this shit is written. What did they do with Cassie, bro? What did they do with Cassie? They turned her into a second Maddie. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck do we need 2 of these bitches in the same show? Mm-hmm. We already had one that acted like that. Mm-hmm. So now we get another one that act like that, and they, for what? Those two bitches was almost the polar opposites of each other at the beginning of this show. They was best friends, but they didn't act nothing alike. The other one, she just always was trying to do anything to please any man that want to be in love. And then fucking Cassie was just when she was fucking with McKay, she didn't do none of that dumb type of shit.
She didn't.
Now she doing the same type of shit that Maddie would do to this fucking clown dude. What?
But see, maybe that's how they wanted it to be. Cause I would think she's trying to be more like Maddie to please Nate. That's kind of what I was getting at.
I was thinking that too, but that ain't what was happening. As I was watching it, she was acting like Maddie when Nate wasn't fucking with her. So when what was Maddie doing when Nate wasn't fucking with her?
Tripping out,
trying to do shit to fuck with him back. That's how the whole rape shit came up because she went and seeked out that one nigga at the pool party and did all that shit just to make Nate upset. And what did Cassie do? She went and told him just to make him upset to try to force him back on her side. She went and said she gonna tell fucking Maddie that they been fucking. Like that's it. Like and it's they done transformed her into a. It's like that they don't know how to write anybody the fuck else. It's like they feel like they always have to write the female character that's dealing with this bitch ass nigga into the same type of archetype, a crazy bitch. They're like that's and what the only other character the character they gave some type of fucking other character traits than being a crazy bitch when they was talking to him was Jules, but that was Jules talking to a fake version of him. The nigga's probably gay. He probably really wants to be with Jules.
I believe too. That's what I believe.
That's probably what it is. Like, and I think that's what's gonna end up fucking happening. I think he gonna end up trying to get her back in the next season, but I don't know.
Nah, but overall, I do think it was with all the bad. I won't even call them bad, but with all of the things that I didn't like about it, I still think it was, a good finale. It was good.
I mean, people like watching train wrecks. That's why Jerry fucking Springer and You Are Not the Father are popular. Like, so I don't blame you there. But I have to set aside to talk about, this is making me so mad. The character I like the best in the whole show, which is fucking Fez.
Yeah, Fez is my favorite character. There's no around it. Just how he's written in the show and how he acts. He's the most realistic.
Right. So the Fez is the character that if I continue watching this shit, I'm only continuing watching it to see what happened with him after the situation that went down with him and the SWAT team. That's it.
Spoiler alert, Ashtray dies.
Yeah, I mean, but if you hear this motherfucking intro and don't realize that we're going to be talking about spoilers, I don't know what to tell you. We just said we're talking about the whole damn show. But yeah, I did forget to say the spoiler alert, so I'll probably put it on the video. But yeah, Ashtray got killed. Ashtray was just fucking doing some dumb shit.
Too reckless.
Yeah, and he was but that's the thing I liked about him. He was like a 10 or 12-year-old drug dealer. He had no business doing that shit, and that's one of the characters they wrote well. He had no sense of rationale like a 12-year-old wouldn't.
Yeah.
He didn't fucking, all he knew
was I'm gonna protect Fez by any means necessary.
And like, just to get deeper on his character, his actions that he took when it came to that is, I think maybe I'm reading too much into this, but I think they wrote the character Ashtray with the brain of a 12-year-old. Not that he was some wise beyond his years fucking guy because he had to grow up hard and shit. I think they wrote him with the brain of a 12-year-old because what would a 12-year-old in his position be thinking? He would be thinking, in my opinion, oh yeah, you had to do to snitches what you see motherfuckers on TVs and movies do to snitches, which is kill their ass, right? And that was even after the prostitute or whatever she is, the drug addict chick with the Botox lips.
Faye?
Yeah, her. Started putting the plan into motion to shift the fucking blame for Mouse being killed off of Ashtray and Fez. Right? Ashtray didn't register that.
No.
He already came in there knowing what he was going to do. He had the knife up his sleeve. So, like, even when they started putting that into motion, and because all it is like, what are the police gonna have? They wanted a fucking confession and they didn't get it. Yeah. Right. That would have been the end of their case. What was they gonna do? They don't even know where the fuck Mouse is. Right. Like, so they wasn't they wasn't gonna get the confession from Fez because the girl told him to shut up. Right. And none of that shit registered with Ashtray. All that registered was him is that you kill snitches. Yeah. His mind didn't have the wherewithal or the complexity to think critically through this shit. All he was like, this nigga's a snitch, time to kill. And that's what he did. And I think that's why they purposely put him killing dude after the grown people tried to do it rationally to demonstrate how immature he really was, even though he seemed mature beyond his age.
Yeah. Nah, that was actually perfect. Like, that was a perfect way to really say that. And, I mean, he was young, but I overall think that it was him really just trying to protect his brother. Because his brother was even trying to take the knife, like, I'm going to put all this on me. Like, I killed him, like, I stabbed him. And, but that nigga grabbed all the guns, got in the bathtub, and really had a shootout.
Right. You see, that's demonstrating more. That's what is that? What was that scene, bro? What was that? What did that scene mirror?
What you mean?
Like, from other actual movies and TV shows. It's a specific scene that
I was thinking Training Day.
I wasn't even thinking that one.
When I saw that scene, other than the fucking, like, him getting shot up and shit, but that's what I was thinking about when I saw that shit. Like,
bro, what's the fucking most famous gangster movie out there that ends with that type of thing happening? That little nigga could have picked this shit up from, that was the idea how to handle this shit.
Which one?
Scarface. Bro, that's what I was like. This little nigga done watched Scarface and thought that he could do some shit like that. But he didn't remember that Tony Montana get popped in the end. Like, he didn't.
Nah, no cap.
He barricaded himself in the door and just started fucking shooting. I was like, damn, I was watching this. I was like, damn, man, that's a strong fucking bathtub.
No cap. That's what I was thinking. I thought it was going to be, they just shot him up, like, he was going to die that way. Like, when they was putting all the bullets through the bathroom, I was like, damn.
I thought he was gonna get lit up after he shot off the first shots. Yeah. I thought they were gonna put him full of holes. Bro.
He did get one though.
Yeah, I think that they didn't want to, I don't think they wanted to show a kid getting killed though. They didn't even, if I recall correctly, they didn't even show his death.
They didn't. They showed the laser going up to his head, and then they showed heard the Fez. Shot, and then they showed Fez. Right.
So yeah, I don't think they didn't want to take it that far. They just wanted to, they They want to push LGBT agendas on you.
Mm-hmm.
That shit happened again, bro. Like, Jules pissed me off again with one of those fucking lines.
Which one?
They was talking to that fucking weirdo, bro. I don't know why people like this character. This nigga's I ain't like that Elliot motherfucker, bro. Nigga was lame as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But
you want to get into that?
I just thought this character was a stereotypical fucking hipster.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what Elliot.
Apple sign tattooed on his face.
Get the fuck out of here. He was a fucking hipster. One of them motherfuckers that think that they too cool to do what's cool. Like, they think they're a trendsetter when all actuality, he was just a fucking drug addict.
Mm.
That's all he was. And like, the Jules being a trans person and them and Elliot being bisexual or whatever the fuck they do, I don't care about any of that. But like, remember they was talking and he was asking her how many people she fucked, asking Jules, and he was like, and he said something, and she was like, well, I'm in a heteronormal. Shut the fuck up. I'm in a heteronormal. Why do you have to throw these fucking LGBT buzzwords into the shit? We already know what the character is. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is portray the character well for her to represent the trans community well. You don't have to start spitting out fucking tweets that these fucking clown versions of people that the real trans community is probably ashamed of say on Twitter just to get fucking attention. Sometimes when Jules go into that mode, she turns into a fucking walking social media page saying that shit, bruh. She started talking like one of them motherfuckers who spend their whole life trying to find people to cancel. And like, that shit just be grinding my gears, because if you portraying the character well enough, you don't need any of that dumb shit. Because people ain't walking around saying that. The only people that's walking around saying that are saying it in TikTok fucking videos. That's what they do. Like, they not walking around in real life putting that bullshit into conversations. They saying it in TikTok videos, or they saying it when they show up in city hall meetings to tell people that they don't want the fucking bathrooms to have genders on them. That's what they're doing. To me. And Elliot, I mean, he ain't even worth talking about. His character fucking sucks. Get him the fuck out of here. He's a waste. He was strictly and only there to create tension between Rue and Jules. It was there to give them a reason to have a falling out. That's what I think it was.
I mean, I would agree with that. I don't know. His character ain't really a character that I'm like, oh, that's a great character. We need more of those.
They tried to line him up to be that, though.
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think they tried to line him up to be that?
No, I'm saying I don't think he's that. You
don't think they succeeded?
No.
But they tried to, especially that first big introduction you have to him, which is in episode 3 when they did the little interrogation of him. Right? They tried to make him seem so fucking cool and smart and cool under pressure when Jules was asking him all those fucking questions about him liking Rue and all of that shit. They tried to make that nigga seem like he was just some fucking social genius that can navigate any social situation. And really, he's just a fucking cokehead to me. That he's just a plot device to make Jules and Rue have a problem in their fucking relationship, because all of a sudden they both like him.
Right.
And they both don't want the other one to like him. That's it. Because Rue got fucking, maybe, like I said, maybe I wasn't paying enough attention. Like, I'm going to ask you the question. Why did Rue get pissed off at Jules in the car when she was telling him just take me home.
Yeah,
I can't fucking stand you. And the only thing I could think of
because she opened up the bottle. She opened up one of the drinks in the car.
And she was drinking, and the girl Jules know that Rue don't drink. So the only thing I could think of was that truth or dare game they was having when one of them kissed him, and then when Rue kissed him, and then when he licked Jules. And after that, all of a sudden, they had a problem. That's all that motherfucker was put here for. That's all he was put here for. He was put here for that relationship to have a reason to fail. Because, you want me to tell you why? Because that relationship for a time was keeping Rue off the drugs. Right, and they need a reason for her to be at rock bottom so she can keep getting fucked up. Right. And we went into the off season. And we went into the season finale or the end of the season finale with her saying that she been off drugs for the whole school year. Now, she been clean after all the shit she went through. And you know what my thought was? What scenario are they going to start off season 3 that gives her the excuse to start getting high again? That's all it is. That's all I think. But with that, like what we were saying before we started recording, I think that the show, like whenever they decide to end this fucking show, I think it should end with Rue dying from an overdose.
I also agree.
I think
that would give it what I think the show needs.
I think it should end with her dying from an overdose and dying from an overdose fucking young, like 18 or 19, like dying right before she's supposed to graduate from an overdose or something like that. And I think that it should do that. I think that the show should buck the trend of showing redemption for somebody that's on drugs. I don't think the show should be about her being redeemed. I think the show should be about her fucking failing at it. That's what I think. I think that they should end. I'm not a screenwriter too, like you said earlier. But I think that in the whole season finale, the shit should end with her being clean for like half the fucking season, and the people think that she gon', the people think that she gonna just be all right, and for some reason she relapse hard and fucking dies. That's what I think should happen. And the shit.
I would even like to
ends.
see. I would even like to see the shit gradually go into the decline, like over like the last 3 episodes. You really get that downward slope to the end of the show. That you know how she sung in the first season. Yeah. At the end, she sung a song, and they have another song just to end it all.
And I think that when she dies, I don't think that they should show shit else after maybe show her mom and sister finding her or something. But
I don't even think they should show that. They should cut the screen out all black into the family. Like you can hear, like you can't see it, you just hear it. I feel like they should leave it up to your imagination of what their faces or how they, how you think they would have reacted to it. Right. Like all you hear is the scream and then the shit.
The last fucking shot of the show just be her dead body laying there. And like they never show anything else to follow it up. Okay. That's how I think the shit should end. Like that one is free. Whoever the fuck created this shit, I can't remember the guy's name. Like, I would have. No, let me stop. Oh yeah, that song I told you they played. That song I was playing the other day, that Life at the Outpost shit. Them give your love to a cowboy man shit. That shit was on the episode when Cal went to the gay bar room. That they played that shit played in there. Like that's where that song was at. After he got kicked out for wrestling people. Yeah. That's another character that's fucking weird, bro.
Cal.
Yeah.
Yeah, his character got progressively weird. But I don't know. Overall, I think the season finale was decent, even with all the weird things in the show.
I think like I might go back and watch it on season 3 just to see what happens to Fez, but I think that I could do without ever seeing this shit again. To tell you the truth, I think I could really do without ever seeing, because this show was not what the fuck I expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Like when I saw the preview, like I remember the preview was coming out before the show came out. Like when they was first about to air it in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw, I think Zendaya talk about it and talk about like it's about the real struggle of a person that's on drugs. I didn't expect this fucking cartoon that I've ended up seeing.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was gonna be a realistic portrayal of a teenage addict. I'm gonna give you a movie that does what Euphoria tries to do the right fucking way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about drug addicts. But and so that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it does the portrayal of a teenager in crisis well. Now, me being the old person that I am, I can't actually remember the title of it. But that's what Google is about to be for. But I know I watched that movie and I was like, damn, this is a great fucking movie, bro. So let's do it. Movie. Let's see if it comes up with girl dying of cancer. And just like I thought, this did not come.
Do you know who's in it?
No. And it's not that Fault in Our Stars.
Because that's what I was thinking.
It's not that
That's
one.
what I was thinking.
No, this movie is funny. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
That
I don't
movie,
think I ever seen that.
That movie is an actual good movie that does a realistic portrayal of a teenage crisis. Like, and I know it's about a cancer patient. It's not about a drug addict. But I'm just talking about the method they took to portray what the character was going through and still make it entertaining. It's such the opposite approach of the method that Euphoria took it, because they just made Zendaya a drug addict and made every other person around her a piece of fucking shit. Mm-hmm. Like, that's all they did. Like, they found... Like, do you go somewhere and everybody is a piece of garbage? Because that's what Euphoria is. Everybody in the show is a piece of garbage.
It's no real good person in that show.
Like, that ain't how the shit even...
Except for, like, well, can you even say Lexi is a good person?
Hell no, bro.
She took everybody's story and exposed it.
Yeah. And she exploited everybody.
Could you say Fez is a good person? No, because he supplied the drugs.
Right, he been helping Rue get high forever.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, I do agree with that. It's no good person in that show.
Like, it's so
Her
hyper.
mom.
I mean, I guess.
But I wouldn't even consider that.
Hey, maybe a younger sister. I don't know, but
I wouldn't even consider
maybe
that.
A crackhead guy, Ali.
Maybe. And see, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, this is what I wanted to happen. I wanted somehow Ali be connected to the drug dealer lady, and he ultimately ends up being the person who gets her out of that situation. That's what I wanted.
But that wouldn't have been the only reason I don't think that happened is because he was a crack addict and she sells opiates.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't have really any reason to know each other.
Makes sense.
So
that's just what I wanted to happen. But
I thought Fez was gonna get her out of it.
Also, I thought that too.
Like, that's what, that ain't what happened. But yeah, like the shit is so hyper fucking bolic that it's like such an exaggeration of how people would act, and for all of them to be Dog shit. What's the one person you could say has some sort of redeeming quality? The person that didn't even fucking win in the end. The guy, like, what's his name? Ethan? Is that his name?
You talking about Faye's boyfriend?
Faye boyfriend is the one they stabbed in the neck. Not him. He was
Oh, you talking about the guy.
The guy who played Nate in the play. The guy who was dating the fat bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Is his name Ethan?
Yeah, Ethan.
Yeah. Like, is that the only person in this whole shit show with redeeming qualities? Like, is that him?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the character I hate the most is not Nate, bro. It's Kat. I can't stand that fucking
I ain't
bitch.
like her character either. Her character kind of got on my nerves, and it was almost to the point where I didn't really like that character so much I kind of just stopped even remembering that character. Like, at least Nate's character was not... I don't even know how to say it, but Kat's character that character was so forgettable.
Her shit was garbage. True garbage. She was like, get the fuck out of here with Kat.
So, what is your overall sum it up of Euphoria?
My overall sum it up of Euphoria is I wouldn't miss this shit if I never saw it again. If they canceled it right now, would not care. That's my overall sum it up.
I would say if they canceled it, I wouldn't necessarily be upset, but I would never go back and watch this again. Like, I would never go back and rewatch episodes of this. It's not one of those shows.
Oh, and I have to give them another compliment with the casting. They casted with Cal's sons. Them two motherfuckers look like they could really be brothers.
No cap.
Are they brothers?
I don't know.
They did a good job casting them two. And Rue and her sister look like they could be related. Now I know they ain't related.
And the mom, like they all look like they could kind
Mom
of.
is fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like fuck that. Like when she be dressed up in her mom clothes and shit and work clothes, that's one thing. But when she was just letting it hang with the braids hanging low and shit, I was like, yeah, that's a MILF right.
Nah, but Euphoria, it was alright. It was good. But
I'm good on that shit.
Let's get into some of this music.
Yeah.
Let's start with this Kodak.
All right.
Kodak recently dropped the album Back for Everything.
I mean, you're going to have to really pretty much sum this one up because I only listened to it a few minutes ago.
I mean, overall, I just think it was a good album. I really don't have anything bad to say about it. Like, I don't think it was terrible in any sense. Kodak is probably one of the best young rappers out right now, if I'm being honest. So for him to drop this was nothing out of the ordinary. And I've never really heard a Kodak Black album that I was like, damn, this is trash. So I feel like this album fell exactly into what I thought it was. A good Kodak album. The shit, I like it. The production is good. He's rapping, as always. Versatility is always on point. So, like I said, it is a good Kodak Black album.
I heard the album, and I would just have to say that I don't want to give a rating or try to give an in-depth review because I listened to it right before we started recording, so I'm not gonna bullshit. We don't tell lies over here. But I would say that just off of first impression type shit, that the album sounded good. Like, I can't really retain much of what he was talking about because this is just a one listen review or one listen, talk about it. But the way it was. The production and the flows and all that was pretty on point for what you would expect from Kodak Black. And, I mean, the few things that I remember him talking about is like just par for the course for Kodak Black, talking about things that he went through with his homies and things, the difference between the times when he didn't have money and how people treated him as opposed to how people treat him now that he does have money. The things about how he feels like where his position should be, even when he like went back and talked about losing the New Artist of the Year award to Khaled or Khalid or like, I don't know, man. I'd rather listen to Kodak Black than Khalid. So
same.
Maybe he was on to something there, but yeah, I mean, I had to give it a few more listens to give a full-fledged opinion on it, but it didn't sound bad from what I heard.
Nah, I do think this album is very, very good. Some of my favorite songs up there: "Vulnerable," aka "Free Cool," "Sink My Ship," "I Wish," "Love and War," of course, "Super Gremlin."
No,
Elite
Super
Division.
Gremlin is fucking fire, bro.
Yeah.
I heard that shit without the album.
Yeah, that's like, I think that song is still number 1, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I do. If it's not number 1, it's definitely close.
Yes.
So,
Super Gremlin is fire.
but Kodak Black, to be expected. He did his thing with this one. But I feel like that's to be expected with Kodak Black. Like, I wouldn't expect him to really be out here just dropping turds, especially albums. Because I can see if he drops like a little EP or something and all of those aren't good. But an album, he usually get right with all of his albums. So, I think it's good.
Yeah. No, to the polar opposite.
All right. Let's really. All right. Fuck that stem player. This is a Donda 2 review. If you got this far, or if you just skip straight
I'm gonna put
to
this shit on the. I'm gonna start doing when I do the uploads the timestamp shit, so where you could just click on something that you want to hear and it'll skip straight to that.
Donda 2 review. This unfinished piece of bullshit. This shit is possibly not even one of the worst Kanye albums I ever heard. Possibly one of the worst albums I've ever heard in my life. I don't understand anybody saying that the sounds are beautiful. This shit is art. This shit is great. No, it's not. The shit is unfinished. He let every single feature outshine him with every verse. This shit has no potential. It has no guidance. It has no fucking...
So let me ask you a question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And then, because this is going to go right with what you're saying. I just want to ask you, and I'm going to step back. Even when he finishes it, you think it has no potential?
No.
Okay.
I think he already put himself in the dumps. Let me tell you why. First and foremost, with this fucking stem player. He put himself in the dumps because, for me, if this shit don't come out on SoundCloud or fucking any other free streaming whatever, I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm not buying that fucking stem player. I've fucking used the software. I know what it does. I seen what it can do. No, I don't want that shit. It's not worth it.
I mean, let's not take what you just said and misconstrue it. You've heard this fucking album.
Oh, I've heard this album.
Yeah.
I've heard every single... I've heard the fucking stem player version. I'll even go as far as saying that. I've heard what's out. This shit is terrible. This shit is... I think I'm the shit. I think I'm this. I think I'm that. But it's not. The shit He fucked up.
I spent the church on being.
No, like, that's my thing. Like, he fucking took off everything that could have made this album great. As far as it's no.
Let's be
no
for
Kid
real.
Cudi.
Nothing was gonna make this album great because Kanye is a dog shit artist now.
Yeah, and I was fighting for this nigga for so long. Like, I'm sitting up here trying to give every single possible thing that, you know, maybe he gonna fix it. Maybe no. This nigga his head is so far up his own ass that the shit is gonna keep getting worse. Like, I really think this nigga is gonna drop an album with nothing on it and say, imagine the music at this point. No, seriously. Just look at what we're getting, though. Like, look at what we're getting. You got fucking songs on this album where it's just him with this fucking distorted voice for 2 minutes. No beat. Just him. Like, when is this shit gonna be enough? And I mean, I understand. You heard the nigga Pete Davidson took your wife. But
No, Pete Davidson didn't take this nigga wife. This nigga ran his wife out. His wife wanted to leave him before Pete Davidson came the fuck around.
Or whatever with that. Cause I don't even give a fuck about that, to be honest. But
he trying to spend this whole fucking album making us give a fuck about.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Even when we was talking about 444, Jay-Z, at least that album was done correctly. Let me say that. The shit he's actually rapping, it was, for one, fucking finished. It was finished. This nigga Kanye is releasing all this unfinished bullshit. It's not even an album. It's fucking leaks. It's leaks. It's not an album. So, in all, this shit is terrible. And I can even go into the fucking song, and I can go into the songs and tell you which ones are terrible. It's not, I don't think it's anything up here that's good. Let me say, it's good features. XXX Tentacion, fucking Future, Jack Harlow. You know, they do their things, of course. But this nigga Kanye is sullying this shit for everybody. And I'll even go back to Donda. Donda makes Donda 2 look like a fucking masterpiece, you know? Because at least you kind of
You mean Donda 2 makes Donda look like a masterpiece?
Yeah. At least Donda actually looks like he put some effort into it. It looks like it. It's not the best, but at least he had some people get up there, really put a few beats up there, you know, really go out their way to do this shit. But Donda 2 really seems like he took 1 week and just said, I'm gonna make some bullshit and I'm gonna put it on this stem player and I'm gonna sell this fucking stem player and I'm gonna throw some clothes with the stem player and they gonna love it. Nigga, this shit is ass.
Motherfucker, nobody gonna love buying a $200 album.
Yeah. And I see all these people buying this stem player. And I mean, don't get me wrong, buy whatever the fuck you want. If the stem player is something you want, get it. I'm not buying that shit. Cause it's not worth it to hear that shitty ass album. The shit comes with Donda 2, Donda, Jesus is King. All of the life is a party that's up there. But it ain't even, Donda 2 definitely ain't worth this shit. Nigga, I can go listen to Donda on fucking Apple Music. I can listen to Jesus is King on Apple Music. So you really only buying that shit to get Donda, and Donda 2 is not worth it. The shit is not good. The shit is not good. And you can get in the comments and Give me your opinion on this album. Tell me what's so good about this. Is it his lyrics? Because his lyrics are dog shit. What he's saying is dog shit. Too Easy? I was trying to like that. That shit is dog shit.
Is that I ain't gonna love me? Is that one?
Nah, I'm Too Easy, the shit with Game.
Oh, Easy.
Whatever the fucking shit is called.
No, because Too Easy is the one that one with that weird ass beat. I need to love me.
Nah, bro, this shit is just some bullshit.
That Easy shit, garbage as fuck.
And I mean, I would even respect it if he really was like, if he was just like, I ain't even gonna release Donda 2 because it's not finished. I would at least respect that, but don't release this half-ass bullshit and try to put it out as a masterpiece, you know? No, I'm not putting you on my mama album. I don't want to be on that shit. That's if anybody who he was directing that to should have said that. I don't want to be on this dog shit.
Bruh, I'm listening to a song right now. Bruh, this motherfuck spent 2 minutes saying I stopped buying Louis bags after Virgil passed. He put no effort into this. Jack Harlow had a verse on that. Kanye just spent 2 minutes repeating the same line over and over. He might as well be saying poopity scoop.
No cap.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this fucking shit to me was this is Life of Pablo Part 2. And I don't say that because it's anywhere near the quality of Life is Pablo, like Life of whatever. But
nigga, I was about to say that, bro. I can't even say this shit was like anything Life of Pablo like, or.
But it don't.
This shit makes Life of Pablo seem like some real star-studded shit. You feel me? This Donda 2 shit is literally probably one of the worst albums I ever heard. Nigga, I can make a better album than this with my current fucking abilities. No extra nothing. I can make a better album than that. The shit, nigga. I stopped buying Louis bags after Virgil passed. Nigga, you are the creative director for fucking Louis Vuitton.
Not anymore, probably.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're hearing this shit like, Kanye, what? Like, you were.
I'm in a Louis store with a Gucci mask.
Like, this nigga is just, this nigga is doing too much.
While I was saying this is Life of Pablo Part 2, and I'll let you get back to it, it's simply just because, to me, Life of Pablo was only put out to sell Yeezy clothes, and this is only put out to sell STEM players. But go ahead, though.
I mean, I ain't even trying to sound like a hater, but this shit don't deserve nothing. This shit don't deserve that fucking show. This shit don't, like, this shit ain't it. It's not it.
Bro, I'm going to say something.
None of the songs are good.
I'm going to say something that motherfuckers might get mad at.
Mm.
And since I will say Dark Twisted Fantasy, but if you want to count Cruel Summer, we can count Cruel Summer. So whatever, if you want to count Cruel Summer as an album, count Cruel Summer in this. Or if you want to say Dark Twisted Fantasy, but since either Dark Twisted Fantasy or Cruel Summer, Kanye production been garbage.
Yeah, that shit has gone downhill dramatically.
The production on Yeezus, garbage.
See,
Wow.
but see, I can even see you can, and that's cool. But see, when you get that, like, at least he's fucking making some or trying. Like, I can even see that.
It didn't sound like he was trying on Yeezus.
No. Go listen to Yeezus, right? And then go listen to this shit.
Oh, this
Donda
is way
2.
worse than Yeezy.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you start even comparing it to shit like that, the shit is almost uncomparable. Cause it's like at least you even
Drop test.
at least you even get a sense of okay, this is music, you know? But this shit that he just did is just not even. It's not remotely close to some Kanye shit. Like, this is shit I would expect from a SoundCloud artist. Not even a good one. One of the ones that is just floating on SoundCloud that made his account yesterday. That is what I expect from this. And that shit, and coming from Kanye, bro. Like,
let me tell you what I think pushed you over the edge, bro.
What?
That fucking Get Lost song. That one with the robot voice, bro.
Bro, that shit, man. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm one of the niggas who be liking shit like that. Like Moon. Like, that one's similar to Moon. But at least Moon was halfway fucking decent. He had Kid Cudi on it.
Is Kid Cudi on Moon?
Yeah.
I thought that it was just Don Toliver.
Kid Cudi on that. But, nigga, this shit is trash, bro. Like, and it fuck that. This shit garbage, nigga. Like, this shit is not, I can't listen to this. And I'm a Kanye fan. Like a real fan. Bro. I can't listen to this.
I'm a Kanye fan from everything to this beautiful dark twisted fantasy and before. But this motherfucker who rolled out in the 2010s, I don't know that nigga, bro. Like that nigga who made Yeezus Life of Pablo, Jesus is King, Ye, and these 2 Donda albums. I don't know who the fuck he is.
Literally the best thing on this album was the fucking Soulja Boy feature. To me,
I think the Future features was up there too.
I mean, Future gonna do what he do. I ain't even talking about shit like that. But nigga, he was talking all that shit about Soulja Boy, and Soulja Boy did better than him.
I mean, Soulja Boy talked shit about him too and hopped on this bullshit album the first chance he got.
No, this shit is just weird. Them niggas is weird. This shit weird. Fuck Donda 2. This shit garbage. I ain't listening to that shit. And it's almost to the point now where it's like, I don't want to listen to nothing Kanye is putting out. Don't get me wrong, I listen to the old shit. I listen to Pusha T. I listen to shit affiliated with Kanye, but as far as Kanye itself, no.
Oh, he said on a Steam whatever it is, player episode, where I said I even never listened to shit this motherfucker makes again. Bruh. And I'm not.
I don't want to hear that shit. But I ain't really got nothing else to say about this shitty ass album. I don't want to hear it. Fuck him. fuck that nigga Kanye. I still wear the Yeezy slides and the foam runners and all, but the music, nigga, nah. Your music is going downhill, and you better go find Saha the Prince. You better go make up with Kid Cudi. You better go get Pusha T to write for you, because until you start doing that, the shit's gonna get worse. Simple as that.
I can't add nothing. I couldn't have said it better myself.
The shit is whack. The shit is whack. The shit is whack. I don't know how much more I can say it. The shit is whack. And he can pay me, to tell him his shit is whack. Because that's clearly what he's doing. He's paying niggas to tell him that this shit is good.
Oh, niggas is around him is fucking dirt scared to tell him he trash,
and that's the
bro.
thing. Like, he don't need people to tell him this shit is good. He needs somebody to go, Kanye, yo, you are so far away from yourself at this point. You need help. You need to go get help.
So, let's be for real, bro.
And I ain't even talking about yourself as in fuck
his personal life. I don't give a fuck about
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about performance.
Bro.
Performance as in
the music.
The music. The music is not here, nigga.
This is what I'm gonna say. Flat out. Kanye's self might have motherfucking expired back in fucking 2007. Because let's look at the discography and let's look at the trajectory, my nigga. The discography of Kanye was College Dropout, Late Registration, and Graduation, which was a series, right? And then he got and that's probably what was him. And then Kid Cudi came along, and 808s and Heartbreaks is Kid Cudi, bro. Mm. And then Travis Scott came along, and I'm sorry to say it, but Dark Twisted Fantasy is fucking Travis Scott. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Listen to Travis Scott albums that was out. Listen to Al Farrow. Listen to fucking Days Before Rodeo, and then listen to Rodeo. What changed about Kanye between them times is that Travis Scott joined the fucking camp. Bro. Kid Cudi was there. And to me, this nigga might have been just leeching off niggas' fucking styles. Mm-hmm. Right. And shit, he might not even had. We might have been giving this motherfucker more credit than he deserved. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like when you can't really when you go down to like College Dropout and shit, that was all him. Kanye West was putting that on everybody's shit. Mm-hmm. Like everybody was getting that quality. But now, I mean, he's shitting out bullshit ass. Like even like he's shitting out bullshit ass tight beats.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call them shits tight beats, nigga. Them shits is ass beats.
Man,
they're nothing.
Like
they're
I said,
literally nothing. Like
I said, bro, like it took something for it to be so fucking strange for me to enjoy it off Donda 1, God Breathe, when it was just do 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 do. But really, this was just a motherfucker on the keyboard pushing one button like this. And he said, that'll do.
No, and it's like, that's shit like that I don't like off that album. It's like, I would much rather listen to that 10,000 times over to listen to any song on this album, features and all. I don't want to hear it.
Like, he just literally...
I'm going to put it like this, and then I'm done talking about this shit. I'd rather go listen to a Whole Lot of Red.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm done.
Whole Lot of Red.
Lord.
Whole Lot of Red.
That shit is so bad.
Whole Lot of Red.
I want a codeine.
Like, at least Playboy Cardi didn't sell out.
Playboy Cardi is a flat fucking goofy, bro.
Like, this nigga Kanye, this shit is trash. But, I don't know. Fuck Donda 2. Probably one of the worst albums I ever heard on that Vic Mensa level. Real shit. So, I don't know.
Hey, bro, I can't say nothing else, bro. Like, I can't add nothing to all that shit you said, bro. Like, what the fuck am I gonna say?
I love Kanye.
Fuck Kanye. Fuck him.
But that shit is not good.
This type of shit is what bring you over to the cynical bastard that I am, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of these niggas, from the ones that I like the most to the ones who music I can't stand. Nigga, you only as good to me as the last fucking song you put out. Fuck you if your shit get garbage. I won't listen to you again, my nigga.
I agree.
Fuck that.
That shit is whack. But
I'm not here to pat niggas on the back and say, oh, Kanye, I know what you've been going through. I'm so sorry about your divorce, nigga. Fuck your divorce. Yeah. Nigga, I ain't fucking that bitch. Mm-hmm. So you getting divorced don't affect me none, nigga. Mm-hmm. All I care about is if the shit is hot or if it's trash. And if it's trash, I'm taking my fucking Apple Music elsewhere. Get out of here.
Yeah, that shit trash, but Donda 2 review. I ain't got nothing else to say about that shit. I ain't got nothing else to say about much of anything, really. Actually, I do. Gene Simmons said it best. Kanye needs to be bitch slapped. And I'm going to end it on that.
All right. I'm done.